Now that you know what a BEO is and why you would need to use them in your class and in your career if you choose this industry, we're going to go into how to use our BEO for the 266. So we're going to look at our class competencies of develop a BEO and follow the entire BEO shelf life. You are going to create it and you are going to go all the way through the conclusion of the event. You will, as you go, note the intricacies involved with making it successful because you will learn tips along the way. And then in your written documents, you will use correct grammar, spelling, punctuation, capitalization as you create your written documents. So we are going to use the BEO template provided under the 266 links, and we're going to use, I'm going to show you the template that we are starting with, and you can add, like it says, you can add, you can change, you can reformat as you need to. I would like it to stay pretty much the same on top so that everybody knows it's still from us, and the 266 is the name of our catering area. So if we go to the BEO assignment, we're going to scroll down to where it says the 266 forms, and we're going to click on BEO template, and you're going to need to make a copy for each event that you're in charge of. And it tells you here that you're going to retitle the document with a name and date of your event. So I'm going to File, Make a Copy, and I am going to say that this is Croissant Class 10, 16, 19. I'm going to press OK, and that gets me a copy. This is our general banquet event order. You'll keep the top the same, like I said. If you need to add things down below, that's fine. So you're going to work through this as for the ones that you are assigned to be in charge of. So I gave you most of the information in terms of customer name, customer email. If you don't have one of the two, find that out from them if you can. Who's your contact? Sometimes your customer email is different than your booking contact. So maybe the customer name is USD266 as in general, but then your booking contact is Leah Smith. So you'd want to have that there. Or maybe your customer name is Dr. Higgins, but your booking contact is actually Leah Smith who's going to coordinate it. What's the type of event that you're hosting? What's the date? And then again, their contact information. Again, we're going to have date. When do you have access to the venue? So can you go set up early? When are you allowed to go there? These are things you could ask your client. Start time. When does it start? When does the event start? When is the end time? And you know that your access to venue should be different than your start time. If it starts at 11, if you show up at 11, you will have a problem. What are the number of guests? Is there a setup fee of any sort? So are you providing maybe rental decor or something like that? And then location. Where is the event happening? Rental details. If you need to rent, maybe from Illusions. So they need to know how much does it cost to rent chafing dishes, how much does it cost for whatever it is that they're renting that you coordinated. Also, any audio visual. So is it going to cost them to rent any audio visual? Do you know? And then additional notes could be anything that you need to note down here. This goes to your client for approval, so you don't need to have necessarily who your staff is. That's something that you would have for your own notes. This is a banquet event order that goes to your client, like you can see down here for approval. So this would be any food, and maybe if you wanted to link a sheet with an invoice, do not send your client the cost of your food, because the cost of your food is not what you're charging them. You should be making a profit there. So do not send them the cost of your food. So don't send them that spreadsheet, but just tell them their price. So maybe it's 200 people. The price per person is $6.50. So you're going to list those things out there. Maybe what food they ordered should go here specifically. And if you're including things like cups, napkins, plates. Delivery, pickup details. So if you are delivering, what time, where, who will your delivery person be? Are you also delivering, are you putting it in Cambros to keep it warm? Is there any equipment that you're delivering? Or if you're picking it up. So then if you are bringing them in Cambros or you're bringing a drink dispenser, when will you be back to pick it up? Or when will they be coming to pick up their item? Staff needed on site. So they said that they would like 2 people to serve. Then you are going to write that you will have 2 servers. Most of our events don't have any staff on site. They're ordering it and then they distribute it. So that could also go there as an NA. This is something that you will be sharing with your client, like I said before. This is a working document, so you will not have it all done the first time that you look at this. You will then go ahead and share this with everyone in the class, and they need canned comment access there so that they can make comments on it but not actually change your document. So start typing in, and you'll find the members of your class. So I'm going to share it and I'm going to hit send. Once I receive that and I open this, I am going to link this in my calendar. So I would send that. But I'm going to link this, so I could do the copy link if I wanted to. I could do get shareable link, copy link. I'm going to go back to where my calendar is here. And I'm going to go look at my Carapool calendar. Oops, let's go back. Okay, so then let's say that this one, I'm going to edit, and if you used a different program, that's fine. In my description, I can have that, so then I can easily just click and I can go look at the information. And then everyone will have this linked on their own calendars, but everyone's will link back to the same place, which is here. Everyone will link back to this. So as I change it and update it, everyone will be able to go back to it. Okay? So you'll make this, you'll share it with me, you'll eventually share it with your client as well as soon as you have filled in all of the questions. So down here, some other things that you might think about. You are responsible for not just costing and ordering groceries. You'll have a production plan. So you will have, how are we actually going to get this done? So I need to package sandwiches on this day. I need the baking 2 class to do this. You need to talk to me about that way ahead of time so I can fit it in our calendar. Your client contact. So when are you going to contact your client? I like to keep track of when I contacted them so that I can know when should I expect an answer from them. The awesome thing about Google is if it's been like 5 days and you haven't had a response, it shows it as a new message in your inbox and it asks you if you want to follow up. Next, costing. You're responsible for costing, but that needs to be separate but still shared with me. So you might have a costing page somewhere. Your invoice, and the invoice is over here under the 266 forms. We use the same invoice template for everything. So same thing here, and we'll get to invoices, but same thing here. We're going to do file, make a copy, and we're going to call it Croissant Class 10, 16, 19 invoice. I'm going to make this capital 2, and we're going to press OK. And then I would have this invoice that I'm going to invoice my client with. They have already approved this, so this invoice is not a surprise because if you remember over here, we already told them what the cost is. They already signed off on it saying, yes, this is okay. So we know that they are okay with this. They are expecting this invoice. So you'll have quantity description, etc. So let's go back to this. You're going to have ordering, so you are going to be responsible for putting together an order for, Sam's Club or whatever else, exactly what I need to order, and then you're responsible for setting up delivery, whether it's, me delivering during 4th block, or when is that going to happen and how is that going to happen. It doesn't necessarily have to be you, but you need to look at the time of day it needs to be delivered, consider that we have school, and how can you get that done. So make sure you bring that back that driver form so that you can also deliver if you need to. So here is our information in general, and that shows you how to set up your BEO, and again, share this with everybody else. That's it for now.